Daily Bite of Health, and I'm trying making a live video here. So today's video is about movement and all the lessons that I learned from so many sources over the years. So the recent one, of course, is Tony Robbins' event, and he was talking a lot about movement there. Well, maybe not a lot, but he did talk about it, that movement gives you energy, give your cells, your mitochondria energy, plants of your cells energy, and if you don't move, you're not going to have any energy, or not much at least. So if you want to have energy, it sounds contradictory that the more you move, the more energy you have, but it's exactly what happens. Our cells need movement, even more than food. There is some kind of torture in some of the tribes, I don't remember the names, but they kill the person who they want to torture by making them immovable, and because when you don't move, your cells cannot eliminate the waste, the toxins, you die very fast and painful. So move, that's the message. From Tony Robbins, you can learn that very important movement, one of the most beneficial movements for your cells and for your health, for your longevity, is bouncing, jumping. So it's something like this, right? But if you have a rebounder, special trampoline that you can jump on, do it for 5 minutes a day, and that's gonna do a lot for your health. Not so much for building muscle or losing weight or improving your cardiovascular fitness, but it's one of the best exercises for your cells, for producing energy, for your longevity and health. So bouncing, just jumping, one of the best exercises. Try to do it more intense than I did. I just trying not to jump too loud, not to disturb my neighbors. But the next thing, so I'm also learning from different people. For example, I have books here. Dave Asprey, Headstrong. In this book, he talks about different kind of movements that we need on regular basis in order to stay the smartest, strongest, the healthiest, most energetic, longest living ourselves, right? So in the book he talks about the importance of resistance training, meaning anything you do to resist gravity. It can be lifting heavy weights, going to the gym using machines or free weights. It can be also working with your body weight, doing push-ups, pull-ups, all that kind of stuff, using different kinds of equipment. So that is resistance training. Then in the book he also had strong, pick up, really good book. In the book he also talks about high intensity interval training, that I also have this amazing book, 1 minute workout, on the subject. High intensity interval training seems to be the training of this 21st century, meaning that it gives more results and more benefits compared to traditional cardio training. So they did a lot of research and studies on people and athletes, and they measured results after high intensity interval training, meaning you do, for example, 30 seconds on, you go full speed as fast as you can if you do sprints, or just do full intensity, whatever exercise you do, then 30 seconds off, or some other time interval to rest, and then you do again sprint, and then you do again rest. So intervals of high intensity and low intensity. So this kind of training done 30 minutes a week, for example 10 minutes a day, 3 times a week, compared to 150 minutes of traditional moderate intensity cardio, produces the same or better results when it comes to building strength, when it comes to building your cardiovascular fitness, when it comes to building your endurance, or when it comes to losing weight and improving your body composition. So high intensity interval training with less time beats the results of traditional cardiovascular training. So Dave in his book recommends doing high intensity interval training, doing basically sprints at least once a week. So resistance training, high intensity interval training. Then I recommend, I think Dave mentions in his book that too, structural movement. And during Tony Robbins' seminar they also mentioned structural movement, meaning I think maybe it's in his book, yeah. So it's any kind of movement that helps to connect your nervous system, your brain to all of your body, to like revitalize or all your neural connections. And those trainings is something like yoga or Tai Chi or different martial arts or even dancing, basically something that involves a lot of body-mind connection, meaning that you gotta involve different muscle groups, work on your balance, work on your coordination. So this kind of movement you also need to do at least once a week. So for me it's 90 minutes of yoga every Sunday usually. And what I do then almost every day except Sunday, I do my gym workouts I love lifting heavy objects. I do a lot of jumping, Tabata style of training, meaning some high intensity body weight move done for 20 seconds and then 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds on as fast as I can, as many as I can, 10 seconds off. So resistance training, high intensity interval training. I do also sometimes sprints, sometimes stairs, sprints, structural movement. So resistance, high intensity interval training, structural movement. And another advice from NASA, I read this book written by NASA scientist Joan Vernikas. She was a director of life sciences in NASA, and they did a lot of research trying to figure out how gravity and lack of movement affects our health, our bodies, because it's no secret that when you go to space, for example, when astronauts go to space, they lose their bone density, muscle mass, and there are a lot of other conditions. Basically, they aging faster in space. So in NASA, they were trying to figure out what they learned in space, what can they apply to people on Earth, so we live longer, healthier, we have more energy, and we stop this obesity and premature aging and all these degenerative diseases epidemic. And they figured out a formula. So to be the healthiest you gotta change your position against gravity every 30 minutes. Meaning, if you sit down for 30 minutes, you gotta stand up, you gotta stretch, do some kind of movement, walk, look out of the window, drink some water, but every 30 minutes you gotta revitalize your system with stimulation by gravity, meaning you change your position against gravity. So again, like if you're standing, like I work standing, then you gotta also stretch, just move, stretch, move as much as you can. Then maybe you do a few squats, do stretches. So standing only or sitting only doesn't work. You gotta change your position. That also mentioned in one of the amazing books I read. It's called Move Your DNA. Fascinating books about how movement programs our DNA, our genes. So the way you move, it actually changes your genetic material. And as a result, it changes the way you look, the way you feel on a cell level, on DNA level. So Move Your DNA, also another amazing book. So what can you learn from this whole video? In short, do on a consistent basis, meaning at least once a week, resistance training. It's dumbbells, barbells, all this heavy stuff. Do high intensity interval training, meaning some kind of sprints, some kind of high intensity body weight movement, a lot of jumping to shake your body, shake that ass, shake your mitochondria, energy producing plant of yourself. Third one is structural movement, something like yoga, something like Tai Chi, like martial arts, like dancing. And fourth is change your position against gravity every 30 minutes. Set up a timer on your Fitbit, on your watch, smartwatch, on your phone, whatever you're using. Every 30 minutes, change your position against gravity, stretch, go walk, do something. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Something small. Resistance training, high intensity interval training, structural movement, and change your position against gravity every 30 minutes. So That's it. Best teaching from best teachers for your most energetic, vital, healthy, beautiful, fittest, cleanest, smartest you. Yeah, that's it. So Angela, Daily Bite of Health. I'm going to be blogging all the details today on Create Yourself That Today. So check out the website Create Yourself That Today later, and you can get all the books, all the recommendation I just gave, and all the full list details that you can use in your daily life. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, post them below. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Have a beautiful day. Angela, Daily Bite of Health.